So we'll turn back in. Not sure what to go for next. We've got this MiG-21 coming right at us. Ooh, is he turning here? He might actually be turning. We've got to stop right on his tail here. No, he's going for that guy. We're not going to be able to get him. Oh, there's so many down here. Can we get on this F4? Well, that's two we just put down. I might be able to get him. Oh, we're going to get him here. We are so going to get him here. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice kill. Come on. Fox 1. Oh, that's tracking really good. Oh, yes. Truly glorious. Fox 1. Oh my god, is that gonna hit? Is that gonna hit? Oh my god! Okay, let's warm up that missile. If he wants to go for that bombing base, he's gonna have to move. Oh wow! Wow, that's a great kill. Hello people there, this is TheRubyRevolution. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to War Thunder. Today we're looking finally at the F4c Phantom on the live server. And now apologies before we begin today's video today, no webcam. And I am not on my usual setup, so my microphone quality isn't going to be the best. But you get to hear my amazing voice nonetheless. Now, I have to say, the F4c Phantom is one of the sexiest jets I have ever seen. It is such a gorgeous looking machine. I'm just going to take it in. I kind of believe this jet is in War Thunder. I've been playing it for like the last week, and I still kind of believe this absolutely monster of an aircraft is in War Thunder. I mean, look at the tail. It's so gorgeous, and it's just so mean. It can carry so much ordnance. Such a beautiful jet. Absolutely incredible. Now, the F4 Phantom first entered service in 1960 with the US Navy, but quickly became adopted into other US Air Force branches as well because it was a highly adaptable aircraft. Originally it was designed as an interceptor because of this, had extremely powerful engines and a very high top speed of above Mach 2.2. Had several nicknames as well, which are kind of interesting, from Old Smoker, which is in reference to its sooty engines on its earlier variants, to the Flying Brick, and my personal favourite, which is the Triumph of Thrust over Aerodynamics, which is such an American way of looking at things. The aircraft had 9 hardpoints, which are capable of carrying over 8,500 kilograms, including bombs, missiles, rockets, etc. So highly adaptable, versatile aircraft depending on what need was put forward for it. The Phantom's finest hour will come during the Vietnam War of the 1960s, where it was used extensively by all branches of the US military. When you think of one US aircraft from that conflict, the Phantom just springs to mind as the most iconic, just swooping across and carpet bombing those poor rice paddies. As many as you know, in the air combat role, its lack of an internally mounted gun, because it was designed as an interceptor, but as a huge disadvantage against the more maneuverable subsonic MiGs it normally found itself up against. This is rectified somewhat in the F4c, which the gun pod of the SUU-16 was added, but it was still an interim solution. It was not the most perfect. It would not be synced with the radar for targeting, and it was woefully inadequate as well. But still, it was found to be much better than the AA missiles in terms of efficiency. Starting with the F4e, a 200-meter Vulcan cannon was mounted into the nose with 640 rounds, finally rectifying the problems it had with the lack of a gun, whilst also freeing up space on that centre pylon for either extra fuel tank or extra ordnance as well. According to US sources, F4 pilots are credited with a total of 150 MiG kills throughout the Vietnam War, with 42 Phantoms lost, getting a kill-to-death ratio of around 3-1. The Phantom was used well into the 1970s and 80s at the forefront of US Air Force power projection. In the 1991 Gulf War, the Phantom was used in the Wild Weasel variant, which is a seared or suppression of enemy air defences variant, where it was used very successfully against Iraqi air defences with only one Phantom lost. In terms of being phased out, it was retired in 1996 with the US Air Force and 1992 with the RAF, but was still in service up until 2013 with the Luftwaffe, which was literally only a couple of years ago, and it's still in active service as well with several countries including Turkey, South Korea, Japan, Greece and Iran, which is kind of an interesting one. America had exported the Phantom during the 1970s before the Iranian Revolution, and it's still in active service with the Iranian Air Force as well. The Phantom truly is a legendary aircraft with such a rich history behind it. Way too much for me to cover in this short video today, but how does she perform in War Thunder? What is she actually like? The best way to describe her, like she was in real life, is literally a flying brick, or the triumph of thrust over aerodynamics. This thing is just raw power in a straight line with a ridiculous top speed, and it can carry so much ordnance as well. I mean, look at this. It just has so much options going from the bombs to rockets to AIM-9s to bullpups as well. It's just absolutely incredible. However, there are several problems with the Phantom in warfare, especially with its flight model, which has several issues with it at the moment. The turn radius on this aircraft is truly horrendous. It's one of the worst I've seen in game. You don't want to be turn fighting with any other aircraft if you can help it in the Phantom, because you're going to die very, very quickly indeed. You want to be using that raw power in that J79 engine to basically outrun and then outgun enemy aircraft. You don't want to be turning them with them if you can help it. Come in for your strafing run and to get out while you still can. Other issues with it include about 0.96 Mach. It has a habit of twitching, which makes it really difficult to get the guns and the missiles onto the target at those sort of speeds, which actually have their own problems as well. You can see here that the pilot's angled downwards at about 3 degrees, which is historically accurate and was used when the Phantom had, like, say, rockets on it to be able to attack ground targets while keeping the aircraft in level flight. However, the gun pod is also angled downwards at 3 degrees as well, which means in War Thunder the gun aiming reticule is offset from the centre of the aircraft, which means it's very difficult, even more so than normal, to get the gun where you want to go. And this is actually historically inaccurate. The gun was actually bore sighted and zeroed in to at most 1 degree from what I've been reading on Reddit and the sources I've been looking at, which is a kind of a frustration in terms of getting the gun where you want to go. And regardless of this, when it has 3 gun pods on, from what I've been reading, these ones are actually angled downwards at this 3 degrees as well, and that's still inaccurate. These should actually be zeroed in for 0 degrees. It's just frustration trying to get the gun pods on this where you want to go. However, having 3,600 rounds kind of makes up for it. You can literally spray the 20 mils on this. Absolutely crazy. Which brings me on to how to play this absolute beast of an aircraft in War Thunder. Like I said, what you want to be using is the absolute raw power on this thing to basically outrun and outgun the enemies you can be facing. In terms of top speed, only really the MiG-21 can rival it. However, the MiG-19 will definitely out-accelerate you up to until about Mach 1.1. What you want to be doing is you want to be coming in, doing a strafing run and getting out using insane top speed in this thing, preferably around max speed. It has so many options as well in terms of what ordnance and carry. It comes down to personal choice, really. I'd normally take the setup with the AIM-9 beams and the gun pod. However, I have found I do have a lot of fun using the free cannon setup as well, literally just spraying enemy targets, which is so fun to do with the free gun pods on this. I can actually carry AIM-9Es now as well, which they added in earlier this week. However, you can only carry the AIM-9Es and you cannot carry the gun pod with it, so it kind of makes it null and void really. Maybe people like playing with a handicap, but I think I'd rather take the gun pod for most scenarios. Anyway, what we're going to do as ever is today we're going to take this out in air realistic battle to see how we get on. I might do some ground realistic maybe next week, looking at how the Phantom performs in ground realistic as well, because this jet is just so versatile in what it can do. So let's get going and see how this absolute monster of a jet gets on. Okay, we're on rare for this first game, and we've actually had a air spawn as well. Wow, total mixed battles in this one, which is actually a good thing for the Phantom really. the MiG-19s, I don't think there is actually anyone on our team. The MiG-19s are just running rampant at the moment. And having these bit more of a mixed bag to somewhat balance the game and the battles. Gives the Phantom a little bit more of a fighting chance. As well as these other jets as well. I can't believe there's subsonics mixed in with these Mach 2 jets. Absolute lunacy. Anyway, come off to the left and see what we get. Okay, we've got a MiG-91, MiG-21, G-91, F4, a few G-91s. Pushing through max speed. Oh, MiG-21 looks like he's ripped his wings off. Let's turn him. MiG-17. I'm going to say hello to this G-91. Would be nice if the radar would work. Phantom is tricky to aim. I always struggle at literally just the last second just getting the gun correctly lined up. Where's the rest of their team at? It's quite a big-ish game, so where are they? Oh, okay, MiG-17 over this way. I wonder how much attention he's paying. Fox 1. Oh my god, is that gonna hit? Is that gonna hit? Oh my god! I think he was AFK, but I don't care. That is a 4-kilometer kill. Great start. There he is. There's one. We'll get back for him in a minute. I'm gonna go deal with this guy. I think it's I'm pretty sure it's a saber. This thing is just so fast in a straight line. Okay, yeah, saber confirmed. Warming up that missile. It's going into a hard turn, okay. No source for rubles, as per usual. We'll come in for another pass and we'll have a go at him. There's another Phantom. Oh no, looks like he's taking some damage. There we go. Fox 2. No, he's backed hard. Oh, ooh, that was close. And he's... Oh no, that was another saber. Taking on these small maneuverable jets in this thing is quite tricky. You know, he's going for the stall climb here. He's changed his mind. Still got plenty of fuel. Another sidewinder for him. Oh. Oh my god, he's just been hit. There we go. Fox free. Why do we never get source with the gun pod? Holy shit, he's actually got him. He's actually got... There we go. And we just got this last Phantom to deal with. Plenty of rounds, one missile. No problem. Wait for the right opportunity to fire this missile off. He's going to be waiting for it. We really want to be ideally get within about 1.5 kilometers. I've got to hand it as well. The sounds of going supersonic in this patch are truly glorious. He's pulling. Whoa, okay, camera. Classic Rubles ripping the flaps, but it doesn't matter. We'll get this guy. Can't run forever. Oh dear, well, bye-bye Saber. Come here, Phantom, stop. Stop being difficult. There we go, we've got to go. Chance with the missile, I think. Fox 4, missile away. That's tracking really good. Oh, not quite. Come on. I swear the game's trolling when it comes to not hitting. There we go. There we go. Set a fire. That's GG. Whee! 3 kills. Even though the MiG was AFK, I'm still counting it. Okay, so for this one, I have taken the extra gun pods, given a total of 3,600 rounds, a truly insane number of 20mm ammunition we have for this thing now, which means we can kind of like spray and pray a little bit. It does mean like you have a lot more versatility in terms of getting like the guns and like being able to fire. However, it does have its drawbacks because you don't have any missiles now. It does mean chasing after making enemy aircraft like say turn, and with like using the AIM-9s you cannot do anymore. Apples and oranges. Take one benefit for the other. Overall though, I do think the gun pits are more of the fun out of the two. We're already involved though. Yeah, we've got these guys up higher, we're not interested in them. Let's get down here. I think this guy's actually going for bombing. Let's put a stop to that quick. Yep, definitely going for bombing. Should be able to catch him if he's got the bombs on. Truly glorious. And what's speeding away again? That was actually a supersonic as well, we killed that guy. Really nice. Guess we'll turn back in. Not sure what to go for next. We've got this MiG-21 coming right at us. Oh, is he turning here? He might actually be turning. got to slot right on his tail here. No, he's going for that guy. We're not going to be able to get him. Oh, there's so many down here. Can we get on this F4 100? Well, that's two we just put down. That guy's on fire. Let's bail off before we overstay our welcome. Oh, we've got a Phantom on the tail. And the MiG-21 as well. But can we outrun these guys? This guy does have the T2 on him. Hopefully we can... Come on. Oh no. No, Rubles is down. Yay! Rubles is on fire. Put the fire out. Come on, put the fire out. No, it's not to be, but it was a good game nonetheless. Ooh, hang on. Oh no, we're going to lose it. It was going so well. Okay, for this last one on Malta, we're going to be using the Phantom as it was intended historically. We're just going to be taking the AIM-9Es. No gun pod. No cannons. Pure missile fit. This is going to be very interesting. We're just going to have to use it when we pretty much have a guaranteed kill, I feel, or a very strong chance of hitting the target. I have found though that this patch, the missiles seem to be very unreliable. They seem to detonate far too early, and they don't seem to one-shot as much as they used to. I'm sure we can get them to work for me though. Just have to be a support aircraft here, coming in, swooping in, firing a missile off, and getting back out again. Okay, we got loads of enemies already. Looks like they're going to be going bombing. Yeah. Wow, there's a lot of supersonics in this one. Another issue as well is we can only fire at people from behind. As Jingles would say, we can only give them some surprise butt sex. Let's get on this guy's tail. Looks like we're okay for behind for now. Okay, let's warm up that missile. If he wants to go for that bombing base, he's going to have to move. Oh, wow. Wow, that's a great kill. Let's wing over and come back in, though. That was using... Oh, hello. That was definitely using the Phantom as intended. We can get away from this guy. Let's just speed off. And we're going to turn here. Okay, that's his second missile dodged. And we're just going to put max acceleration on. And we're just going to speed away from this guy now. And he's actually got an F4 Phantom on his tail anyway. You get him. You get him, Papa Salt. We could actually turn in here and give him a hand. Although I kind of want to be using the AIM-9s against... Actually, no. Well, fuck it. Let's go for him. You kind of want to be using these missiles on people that are unaware or aren't trying to dodge. Nope. There we go. Where's he come in? We can't head on this guy anyway. Okay, let's turn around. It doesn't look like he's turning, so... Oh, no, he is. We need to get on this guy's tail. Okay, here we go. We've got a chance here. We've got an opportunity. Come on with the missile again. We're not going to get a lock on here. Pew pew pew! Yay! If only. We don't want to be dogfighting this with this guy. I might have to bail off here. Pew pew pew, yeah, could have got him again. This is the problem with the aim lines. We're gonna speed away from this guy. We cannot dogfight with him, and we've got another. Oh, it's a Phantom. Okay. Looks like he's taking damage. We're gonna get a missile in a second, I feel. Oh, get him! Ah, he's missed him. We are on targeting range, though. I think he's actually got the gun pods on. Yeah, he's got the gun pods on. Any help, anyone? No. There's nobody close by. We are outrunning him, though.
6.5 hours later.
Yeah, finally pulling away now. I don't think he's fully upgraded. It might even be stuck. And he does have damage. You can see it leaking out here. Off you go, Blackbird. You give up now.
2,000 years later.
Hey, he's finally given up. Come here, Blackbird. We're gonna get you now. Oh, we are gonna get you now. Come on, lock on. Missile away. Oh, come on, come on. No, no source. Should be able to catch him though. He's dodging quite hard. Just gotta wait for that right opportunity to get the missile on. If he goes above max speed, the Phantom's quite difficult at dodging missiles at that sort of speed. We have 2 left. We've got this other guy coming in. We need to dodge him. Okay. Oh, he's turning, he's turning. Come on. Not over speed. Not over G. Lost control, come on. Come on, Phantom. F4c. Missile away, and... Oh, come on. We still have one more. We still have one more. Why does Rubles get no source? Having the... I really should have had the gun pods. I could have got so many kills in this game if I had the gun pods on. But this is for science and entertainment values. That's funny.
1 eternity later.
Well, eventually we'll get him. Maybe like 4th time lucky. F4c. Come on, this time? Way, there we go. There we go. That was such hard work, but worth it. Therefore, Phantom really is a flying brick with wings, but it's such an incredible aircraft, and even though it kind of unbalances top-tier jet gameplay even more, I'm still kind of happy that this jet is in War Thunder. And sometime next week, we'll probably take this out and ground this to battle to see how she gets on then, using the bombs and carpet bombing, as well as using those Zuni rockets as well, which look kind of interesting indeed. But until then, please let me know in the comments below what you think of the F4 Phantom and the MiG-21 being in game. Please like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one sometime soon. Bye!